Ooh, Fredo.
Hey, yeah, I'm back into the barricade. What I'm doing, counting up money from this year I made. Last year was a different story, but this year I'm paid. Just do 6:30 in the club, I let it ricochet. Extreme rules ain't enough, I put him in a cage. Now it ain't nowhere to hide, you about to catch this fade. Hey, if rap was wrestling, I'm in the Hall of Fame. Playing games better acknowledge me like I'm Roman Reigns. Hey, but you can't see me though. Took a break, now the final boss back with the demon flow. The innovator, I just do the stuff that they ain't seen before. I'm like the Undertaker, a tombstone to put you where you need to go. A match against me and Dog out for showstopper. I'm in the booth with sweet cheer music, I'm the showstopper. Like the Midnight Express, I'm on the road rocket. They screaming no mas, I'm old mas, dog, I'm a whole problem. You got the money in the bank, I need the whole profit.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, and welcome to Taco Tuesday with the NXT gang. So we're here to review another NXT show that we saw today. First of all, how did you like the show? What did you think about it?
Thought it was a great show. I thought there was a lot going on, a lot of chaos. But that's usually what happens during NXT shows, and I love to see the chaos. And it was also, just cool to see we had some title matches. It was cool. It was a cool show. Liked it.
I have to agree. I actually really liked this show a lot. It flowed a lot better than New Year's Evil. I felt like a lot of the matches were given the time that they needed.
Yeah.
Except for the ending. I think that was kind of short.
It was quick. It cut off very quick.
Very quick. But besides that, I think everything else flowed. It flowed really, really well.
Definitely.
So let's get into it. So the first, Oba opened the show. And I have to say I really liked his promo. He's always said it's his destiny.
Yeah.
That's always been his thing. He's like, it is my destiny to be a champion. He said he always believed in himself. But what surprised me is I didn't expect the Dawn to come out.
I didn't either.
I thought Eddie Thorpe was going to interrupt him because, he kept saying Eddie's name. And, in wrestling, as soon as you say their name, they interrupt you. Yeah. But no, it was actually the Dawn. And I was like, oh, okay, we're kind of setting some seeds here now.
Surprising. Definitely surprising.
But then, of course, you have Ridge because he's still in a feud with Ridge. I think he just came out to remind us, hey, I beat you. And now you're the NXT champion while I still have the North American championship that I took from you. And so it was like, hey, I'm coming for your title and I know I can beat you because he said it. He said it's 2-1. And it's true. He did beat him. I mean, I'm kind of glad he came out because it gave me a refresher because I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. You really did beat him and you did beat him 2 times. And that's why he left for a little bit and then came back for the the Iron Survivor match.
Yeah, definitely. And Tony's going to be, he was saying that he's going to be double champ Dawn. I'm like, that's kind of catchy. I like it. And I don't think it's going to happen against Oba, but against somebody else, yeah, all right.
I think they just planted the seed for the future.
Yeah.
I don't think that we're going to I don't see that match happening anytime soon.
No, not anytime soon, but they were trying to keep it in people's minds, I guess, like, okay, don't forget that the Dawn did beat Oba, and he is currently the North American champion.
And he's defended that title multiple times, and he's won it each time.
Yep.
And so he's had a good title reign as well. I don't think it's as long as Oba Femi yet, because Oba is the longest reigning North American champion.
Yeah, he's got a way to go.
He's got a way to go. I agree. But I will say I do like his feud with Ridge Holland. I do. It took a minute for me to get warmed up to Ridge Holland. With this, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Does he know what he wants? Does he not know what he wants? But after he had that storyline with Chase University, I was like, okay, all right, that's a good heel turn right there. Everybody loved Chase University, and he closed them down.
It was very unexpected when it happened. I didn't even see it happen, and I was like, and also when it happened, I'm like, okay, this happened very abruptly. Like, this is your first, I think, your first defense actually at a pay per view, and you turn on Chase just because y'all lost the match. I'm like, I don't know. But
well, it's been, Sean Spears already said it. He's becoming like that, like Christian Cage here, where he already knows who you are. You can tell who you are from the beginning.
Yeah,
and he hasn't been proven wrong yet. I'm still waiting for, Izzy Dame to join the group.
She definitely keeps trying to act like she don't want nothing to do with it. But I don't know. I feel like he's definitely going to get her eventually. But he seems like he's trying to get Rizzo, and I don't think that's happening.
I think he tried to get Rizzo because Don interfered. Because when he was talking to Izzy Dame, the person who interfered and was like, hey, she don't want nothing to do with you, was the Don. And he did it on purpose because he knew it would also get Rizzo's Dame's attention. Because she's the one who intervened for Rizzo. And so I think they're just planting a bit of seeds here and there. I think Izzy Dame would be a good addition, but she could also be just a red herring. He could be talking to Nikita Lyons.
Yeah, he did try to talk to Nikita too. Yeah.
So I think he's just putting out his feelers and seeing which one is going to catch the bait. But going back to the beginning of the segment, I enjoyed Obafemi. I thought it was hilarious when he tried to do an accent.
Yeah.
Yo, that had me rolling. I said, okay, I see you. I see. And then, of course, Eddie Thorpe decided to attack him from behind. Now, I think the thing with Eddie Thorpe is he's going to be a very good first contender for his title because we already know Oba's going to destroy him.
Yes.
Like, that's going to be an annihilation. But Eddie has it coming. So people are cheering.
That's why everybody wants to see it. They want to see the match because Eddie is like what Obafemi said. He's that roach, that gum at the bottom of your shoe that you try to keep scraping and it's not coming off. Yes, he's perfect. He's playing that perfect role, and I want to see him get beat up. I want to see him get demolished by Obafemi. And obviously, Oba's definitely the face in this feud. So this is going to be cool.
It's going to be cool. It's going to be nice to see him annihilate him. Now, where Eddie Thorpe goes from there, I don't know because he can't keep going after the title. Yeah, he's a roach. He's like a clinger. You know what I mean? Just can't get away from you. But eventually, he's going to have to beat him so bad that he's going to have to go somewhere else. Like maybe he'll go after the North American title now. You know what I mean?
Start annoying Tony.
It'll be hilarious. It'll be hilarious. But I like his character change. At least he is being showcased as more than just a DJ.
Yeah. I think that wasn't going anywhere at all. And I think that's why they left him that DJ, they put it to the side is because it wasn't really gaining any traction. Nobody really cared that he was a DJ. So they had to do something different.
And I like that they turned him heel.
Yeah.
Like he's been a face his whole time here. They kind of did it a little bit like Roxy did it, but at the end of the day, he turned.
Yeah, he gradually.
I think he's a better heel than a face.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Now let's go to the first match we had. Stephanie Vaquer versus Shotzi. Right? For the number one contendership for the North American women's title. What did you think of the match?
I thought it was good. I thought they both went back and forth. Stephanie with her technical graphs, I thought she was doing a great job. And Shotzi literally with her her tough exterior, the way how tough she is in the ring. She took basically all of Stephanie's offense and they had a good match. What I didn't like that Fatal Influence got involved. I felt like they should have not. I feel like they shouldn't have got involved. I felt like they should have left it to just them having a great match and whoever won. But they got involved and Shotzi ended up, getting the win because they targeted Stephanie, which I understand because Stephanie is more of a threat than Shotzi. So I understand why they did that, but I just wish they didn't.
Well, it took me some time to warm up to this match. Because the first few minutes of this match was rolling around. You know what I mean? It was literally just rolling back and forth. And then sometimes they were missing. Sometimes it was taking forever to get to the next submission. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then once they stopped rolling on the floor, it got good. It did get good. And they started striking each other. They started going from the top rope. Bakur did her move where she bangs your head on the mat. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Now, last week I had already predicted that somebody was going to get involved. I thought it was going to be Kalani, because Kalani was so angry at Stephanie Bakur and everybody else getting involved in her business. So I thought it was going to be her, because I think she's going to turn heel. But it's like they're slow burning that heel.
Yeah.
So I knew somebody had to get involved, because there's no way Shotzi was going to be Bakur clean. They be keeping Stephanie Bakur very strong.
Yes, they definitely have. Yeah.
And so for Shotzi to be her clean, I didn't see it happening, right? Now with Fatal Influence, that surprised me, because I thought it was Kalani who was going to get involved. But of course they would want to get Bakur out of the way, because like you said, she's a bigger threat than Shotzi.
And they know it.
And they knew it. They knew what they were doing. They did. And I liked during the commercial, you see Stephanie Bakur walking the hallways looking for them. And the fans are behind her as well. They wanted her to win.
Yep.
They weren't over here shouting Shotzi's name. No, they were saying Stephanie. And so at least I guess she'll have something to do, because she's gonna have to get through all three of the influence. So they're gonna keep her busy.
Yeah, Jasmine Nix wasn't nowhere to be found. I don't know where she was, but both of them were there. And then I don't know, I felt like something was wrong with my TV at first. I'm like, okay, am I supposed to be seeing this? Stephanie walking back all the way around the arena looking for her. I'm like, am I supposed to be seeing this, or is this a technical difficulty? Because I don't know, it didn't have no sound to it. So we seen her grab JC Jane up, and we didn't hear nothing. So I'm like, okay.
And she didn't demolish her. She should have put it through a table. If we're going to go through this and we're going to go all backstage and you're going to find your target, flinging her is nothing. Throw her through a table, hit her with a chair. You should be upset, because first of all, you just won a 4-way match, which was a waste of time, to get your number one contendership. And now they took it away from you. I expected a bit more anger from her. She just put her against the wall and let her go.
I mean, she threw her, but she flung her back into her seat, but that didn't really do nothing. So I understand what you're saying, definitely.
Yeah. So I just expected a little bit more aggression, because she was angry. I'd be angry. I know she was pissed. Because she worked for that number one contendership. In my opinion, Shotzi versus Stephanie Bakur didn't need to happen. She already won.
And a great match too. That 4-way match was great. Yeah.
And it was the best match there from the ladies, because everything else was so short.
Yeah.
But they were like, no, thank you. So I get why they did it, because they don't want Bakur to take that title. But they could have just done the same thing in Fallon's match.
Yeah.
It could have been the same, but Shotzi's the new number one contender. So that's what we're getting. I think we're going to get that in 2 weeks in Atlanta, right?
I think so, yeah.
So, we'll see how it goes. I can't say I'm looking forward to the match. I'm not. But maybe they'll show me something new. With
Fallon being, the North American champion, she's great in the ring. I feel like her and Shotzi are going to have a good match. But we already know Fallon's winning, and it's probably going to be through some Fatal Influence shenanigans, like it always is. So I understand.
Yeah, they just want to keep her reign longer. That's all that seems to be happening here, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Just don't have a match and then be useless.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion, though. That's just how I feel. But then we had Ethan Page versus Dante Chen. Blink and you'll miss it match, right? I literally went to go get a sandwich in the fridge, came back, it was over. Don't get me wrong, I know what happened, but I was like, that was short. What did you think?
Thought the same thing. It was definitely short. I was expecting it to be a competitive match. That's what I was expecting it to be. But I guess with the new Ethan Page, little aggressive Ethan Page, it's like they're going to just have a squash match, which I'm cool with it, because it's making Ethan Page, his character, more more aggressive than it is, making it more aggressive. Then he didn't like walk away from the match. No, he went on to do what he's been doing for the past 2-3 weeks now, which is injuring somebody, putting somebody out of their misery, hurting them. And he did that here. And I was fine with it. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is making, I don't know where we're going with this Ethan Page character, the way, like, he's not as egotistical as he is or as he used to be. He's now this aggressive, just mean character now. So I'm liking it, but I don't know where we're going with it. I guess, I don't know. But I also like that Javon Evans tried to come out and get his get back. It didn't work, but he at least tried. His jaw is still wired shut, so I understand why he couldn't get his get back. But I don't know when they're having this match. I don't know when they said they're going to be having this match between him and Ethan Page, but I'm looking forward to the match. That's all I know. And I like the Ethan Page character and the way it's going, the current trajectory it's going right now.
I agree. I like his evolution. I like he's becoming more violent.
Yeah.
Before it was like, now he's not smiling no more. He's taking away your smile now. That's his gimmick. And I like it. I like it because we can showcase other people with this storyline. How long has it been since we've seen Dante Chen?
It's been a few years. I think it's been like a month.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. And now we get to see him. We can get all these people who are, I guess, the lower card, and he can just run through them all.
Yeah.
He can run through them all, and they can gain experience because Ethan's been in the game for a long time. Just being in the ring with him, even though this match was short, I think, you gain some experience, you gain some knowledge from that. And so, yes, I'm happy we got to see Javon in person because, again, that's also been an evolution with him as well. He never has gotten injured, He's never gotten injured. No one's ever been out to hurt him. They don't like him, but they have never been out to hurt him. Ethan Page was out to hurt him. And then he hurt his friend, too, Cedric Alexander. And the list of victims is growing. Let it grow. Let it grow. Because that's how you build a villain.
Yep.
Someone's going to want somebody to break his jaw. And we already know, Javon is going to come back. You're right. When we're going to see their match, I don't know, because he wired his jaw.
Yeah, and I don't know how long that's going to take to heal.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they have plan on having him actually fight with his jaw wired shut, which I don't know if they're going to do that. But if they do, I wouldn't be mad at it. It's going to make his eventual win stronger if he does win. So.
But I think let him run through to that lower card division. They're not doing anything. They're lollygagging. Let them go in there. Let him destroy them. And you can see it's short. It's still short, but then his victims list is going to grow. And people are just going to start hating him. Eventually, he'll get to the mid-carders. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's when we're going to get some really good matches. They're not going to be squash matches. I don't know if by then Javon is going to come back into the mix and be healed and, be able to wrestle. But let him keep doing what he's doing. Because to be honest, I didn't know where he was going to go after he lost the NXT title. After he lost all of those chances with the NXT title. He was in the main event for a while.
Yeah.
He was, and he won the title. You know what I mean? And so now that he's not there, it's good to see them still focus on him. Because there's sometimes, you don't see them for months.
Yeah.
But here we're keeping him there, and he gets to teach the next generation. It's a win-win.
He's got a lot of wisdom that he can definitely show to the younger NXT talent that's actually trying to make a name for herself.
Exactly. He has a lot of advice he can give. He has a lot of advice. And so I think what we're doing with him is great. Eventually, I think they're going to build him up to be such a villain. He's going to get another title. I don't know if he's going to take the Dawn North American Championship. That would be very interesting. Or
I don't think
they're going to work.
Fun.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be very fun. But we'll see. But I feel like he will build himself up to another title.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. Especially if he keeps evolving in this new violent nature of his. It's going to be fun to watch. And be
And his
fun.
character work, the way his facial expressions look, like how he had that faraway stare after he gave Dante Chen that drop kick into the stairs, his knee or his leg into the stairs, the way he had that faraway stare, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's really getting into this character. I like it.
I like it a lot. Happy birthday to Cora Jade as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah, happy birthday, Cora Jade.
Yes, happy birthday. Thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Love that you love our content.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Now we had, do we want to,
Finds him. I don't like his character. I don't like him at all. He's injuring people, and I get it.
Okay.
I feel, and I respect your opinion.
Yeah, I respect your opinion.
He is
well.
injuring people. I understand. Yeah, They haven't reprimanded him about anything. They haven't given him suspension.
You
nothing.
know what? That's true. They didn't let him injure whoever.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a new perspective. Hi, what's up? Nice to see you here.
What's up, Razorbacks country? Ew.
Okay, so let's continue on. Now, I don't know if we want to talk about Carm because there was a lot of backstage segments here.
There was a lot of backstage segments.
There really were. And they flowed, though. It's like they went from Oba talking to Lennox to then going to Izzy Dame talking with and then Sean Spear and Rizzo. And then we went to Carmen and Adonis.
I could care less about that one.
Listen, I'm gonna say this about Carmen and Adonis. I liked their story at certain points.
Yeah.
Like when Nikita Lyons got in there, I enjoyed it. You know, when we got new fresh matches, I enjoyed it. It was kind of high school, but I was like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Thank God they're official, so we can stop it. We gotta chill with it.
But where do they go from here now? Like, okay, they're official now. Are they going to be a team working together, or is this going to be her being his manager, his valet type? I don't know.
I think she should be his manager. Let them grow together. They could be a good. I love heels, so they could be a good heel group, or they could be a good babyface group where she's supporting her man. Don't get me wrong, he should support her too because she's a good wrestler as well.
Yeah, she is a great wrestler.
But I'm just happy it's over.
Me too. Definitely.
Nobody communicated there, which is insane. The adults. But anyway, let's move it along. I just wanted to say that. Let's move it along. Now we had the Meta Girls versus Unholy Union. So Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. What did you think of the match? Oh, and this is for the number 1 contendership for the WWE Women's Tag Titles.
Yep, for Bianca and Naomi's belts, and it was a great match. Great match. They went back and forth. There were so many high spots and everything. Like when they did that, when the Unholy Union did that one knee, I guess it's like a backstabber thing, but when they had the backstabber, they held it, and Alba Fire came off the top rope with that senton, dropping and literally onto, I think it was either Jakara or. I think it was Jakara.
It was Jakara, yeah.
Yeah, landing on her.
I remember it was Jakara.
Yeah, landing on her, that looked like it hurt a lot. But it was a great match. Great match. I love seeing Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson actually having a chance to literally shine, because a lot of people were talking about how they don't really do good in the ring, or they're kind of botchy, or their moves kind of messed up sometimes. They're not really as seasoned in the ring. They're kind of green. But they're showing now that they're getting better and better and better. And I love seeing that, especially because they won tonight. And with a great ending to the match, the way Jakara rolled up one of them and had Lash Legend pick her up. Yeah, that was great. The little RKO to finish the match into the Glam Slam, I think. Yeah, that was great. Honestly, a great ending. And I'm looking forward to seeing them fight Bianca and Naomi, because it's going to be a African-American women's match. It's going to be 4 African-American women literally fighting for the belt. No problem here.
Listen, I love to see it. I agree. I thought that it was a really great match. I'm actually going to talk about Miss Jackson, Christopher, right now, because I think that Miss Jackson has improved by balance. Like,
Yeah.
remember at the beginning when her and Lash Legend were getting those tag team matches up on SmackDown and I think maybe Raw, they were letting them into the main roster. A
Yep.
lot of the talk was about how Lash Legend was like really amazing and she's doing a good job.
Yeah.
And I felt like Miss Jackson was kind of like in her shadow. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But now I feel like that she's bringing it. She's
Yeah, they're
bringing
now-
it to get to that level.
Yeah.
They're in syncing now. They're in sync.
Yep.
And so they had to do the work. You could tell that they have been working and training. And that's why they're getting better, because they've been able to do that work.
Their moves move a lot smoother now. Like, they're moving a lot smoother in the ring now. You can tell that they're Jakara's getting more comfortable in the tag team role and in the ring period. So, yeah.
I agree. I think she's getting more comfortable in that tag team role, supporting Lash Legend, but also trying to shine on her own.
Yep.
Because Lash Legend, she has her size. She already a beast.
Yeah.
She already looks like she's going to break you in half.
Yeah.
And so Jakara has to bring it to shine in her own way. And I think that tonight we got to see it. We really did.
We definitely did.
Now, I'm happy that they got number one contendership. Now, I might say something that a lot of people might not agree with, okay? Give it to them. I love Bianca and Naomi, but they're not doing anything with those tag titles.
No,
Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
They defend that Naomi and her defended it that one time so that Naomi can feel like she earned the championship, and then we haven't seen it since. We haven't seen them defend it. Instead, they've been in the main event. I don't know why. I don't know why. You're the tag team.
Yeah.
You should be defending them. I know we have all these tournaments going on, but Chelsea Green already won.
Yep, and the
Okay.
tournaments are over now. So we should start focusing on the tag division for the women.
Yeah, but
with
they
that
never
belt.
do. I
No,
feel
they
like
don't.
the only reason they did this whole tag team, the thing with the titles with Naomi and Bianca, is just for Jade.
Yep.
Which makes the titles just a prop. Titles are not props. They should be earned and they should be defended.
And honestly, NXT division, their women's division, has the tag teams, factions. So I feel like if you put the belts on Jakara and Lash, they'll take them down there, and we'll get a lot of great matches. A lot of great matches.
And they can go across the board, just like Bianca and Jade used to do. They can go to Raw, they can go to SmackDown, they can go to NXT. You can have all these fresh matchups with them, and then you tell that feud with Naomi, Bianca, and Jade. They don't have to be together.
No, they don't.
It really doesn't. It could be because of the tag titles, but let them lose it because of it too. Just let them lose it. Give it to Metagirl. Don't let this match be trash. Remember the first title defense?
It was quick. It was quick. It was like maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, a minute, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Yeah, it was very quick, and I didn't like it either. I felt like they didn't showcase them at all, and I don't know why.
I don't know why. Whatever happened. But they had a minute that they started, a commercial break, 30 seconds, and then it was over. And it was over by a disqualification. Somebody got involved or something like that. And that was it. And I was like, well, what's the point of the build? Let them have a good match. If Jade is going to come back, maybe she'll come back here. Maybe she'll come back at the Royal Rumble. That would be cool to watch.
Yeah, it's just, if she's coming back at the Royal Rumble, I'm hoping that she's coming back to target whoever attacked her. And that's when we get who attacked her, because she's going to be looking at that person. We will find out probably who attacked her, and I'm ready for that.
Can you imagine if it was Naomi and she loses the title and she did it for no reason? That would be great.
Yeah,
but anyway, I don't think they're going to do that. But again, we need a better. I agree. Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade can also be a tag team as well. They're friends. Didn't they win the tag titles before?
Yeah, and that's when Cora Jade turned heel on Roxy, and she threw the belt in the garbage. Yeah,
exactly. We can have that. We can have so many things, but we're doing nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing whatsoever. It's so frustrating. I just gotta say, it's very frustrating. But I'm gonna leave it here because I could talk about this for hours, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm Let's talk about the match. I hope that on SmackDown we get to see something amazing. Okay, I really, really do. Now I do have to say we're just gonna take a little break to go to listen to our sponsors, and we're gonna start with Dating Raptor.
Dating with Reptar. Yep.
Thank you, Dating with Reptar. Thank you so much. You know, and she is one of our sponsors. If you wanna, you know, it's for singles, it's for couples and conversation. No one wants to have, you know, her thing is on our screen, and you can see all of her handles if you want to follow her. It's been going on since 2020. It sounds like a really amazing place.
Yeah, she'll give you great dating advice. You know, she has a wise wisdom for dating, period. So it's great for couples and it's great for singles. It's great, period.
Yes, yeah. And so we're gonna have a listen to the rest of our sponsors. Thank you very much. We'll be right back.
Yo, FTW gang. I know it's a little different seeing your boy Mr. FTW not with behind the bright lights with his championship belt. I'm in the car. I'm in the FTW bucket, man. With that being said, I gotta let you guys know. Yes, shout out to Real. But yes, that being said, here, 5 to 7 business days a week. If you want to be a paid sponsor, all you got to do is hit me up, man. We run live 5 through 7 business days a week, and we go live on 5 different platforms, gang. 5 different platforms you can go out there and reach, you know what I'm saying, really reach the numbers you really want to reach. Let us help you do that. And with that being said, man, I always want to give a shout out to all our sponsors. So shout out to all the paid sponsors if you are a paid sponsor already. And shout out to the ones that are out there that's going to become a sponsor in the future. And with that being said, man, it's your boy, Mr. FTW. I don't want to hold up any more of your time. So we're going to play these paid sponsors and we're going to get back to this.
Down M13 through Genesee, I-75 is the home for me. Welcome to Saginaw, Saginaw, Saginaw. Down M13 through.
Can be, and as you already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, a milestone video, a huge video, one that I was talking about a few videos back, a few new figure pickup videos back. We were talking about this right here. It is none other than episode 50 of New Figure Pickups. It is crazy to think that this YouTube started back up again after so many years of being away. We started back up in June of 2022. Here we are, a little over 2 years later, 50 episodes later of New Figure Pickups. I told you guys it was going to be a good one. It was going to be a big one. We're going to try to make sure that we don't make this.
Hello, welcome back. Again, thank you to our sponsors. And we're just going to move on to the next match that we had. So we had Kalani versus Cora Jade. Now, how did we get here? Is because Cora decided that she wanted to talk. She wanted to keep talking to Kalani. And so Kalani slapped the mouth off her face, right? And so that's how we got here. I do want to say we got a little glimpse of Saria. We just be getting glimpses of that woman, even though she looks amazing. Okay? Now, Cora Jade won. What did you think of this match?
Thought it was a cool match, I guess. It was cool. I guess I like that Cora Jade won. And she didn't win, clean. She won with heel tactics. The ref had been distracted and she raked Kalani's ass and blinded her for the rest of the match, which gave her the opportunity to hit her with that DDT that she does. And yeah, I really don't have much to say about it. I just feel like it was a cool match, and I'm fine with Cora Jade winning. And I guess it's going to, because I feel like it's going to slowly continue to send Kalani on this downward trajectory, which is going to make her eventually turn heel. But we're leading to a heel turn, I feel like it. And yeah, if they're doing that, then I have no problem with Cora Jade winning this match because it's further in the storyline, I guess.
I agree. Now, I'm not the biggest Cora Jade fan. I feel like she's very vanilla. But regardless, if we're going to have Kalani become a heel, she's going to have to lose.
Yep.
That's the whole reason why she started really being more aggressive, is because she's been losing. And then people, have been not minding their business with her. And she doesn't want to be like the little sister of NXT. That's her story. She's like, I'm my own woman. I can defend myself. Nobody needs to tell me what to do. And I don't need nobody's help either.
Yeah, it's the same story they was telling Roxy.
It's the same story they were telling Roxy. Only Roxy felt like she was being, what is that word? That she was being like not taken seriously by the authority. Like they weren't giving her the opportunities because they had like a vendetta against her.
Yeah.
I feel like with Kalani, I like the way, first of all, I like that how it ended. Because it was technically Kalani who cost herself that match. Because she got very emotional and so aggressive, she lost control, and the referee had to keep separating her from that corner, and Cora Jade just took advantage. Like, you give Cora, I'll give this to Cora, you give her an in, and she's going to take a mile from you. Yep. All she needs is an opportunity. And so she took her opportunity, and she's been picking at Kalani, because she knows what she's doing. Yeah. She wants Kalani to spiral. She wants her to do that. It's like when she took on Roxy. Right? That is her skill, is to be that annoying person in your ear, keep annoying you and beating you in matches, and taking every shortcut she can just to make you feel like you're not great at all. Just to make you feel like you don't deserve anything. And that's what's going to get Kalani to be crazy. She lost control in the match. And that's what happened. So I don't mind that she won, even though she did not. I don't mind. It told the story you had to tell.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Eventually, Kalani I hope that when Kalani turns heel, is beating Cora Jade with a chair. I don't know if that's really a heel thing, but that just beat her with a chair, beat Zaraya with the chair too. Beat everybody who's in your way with that chair until you get to Cora Jade.
To show a very, very aggressive side and hurting the faces.
I think so too, because her aggression, it's showing.
Yeah.
You should, nobody can do it like Lani, right? It's not working.
No.
She hasn't been doing it. And so now you're seeing that anger, that aggressive side. And I'm happy we get to see it because she's like, she's very sweet. She's like pop, very sweet, And so now we're getting to see a deeper side of her. She's not just sweet. She can also be a heel. Because there's some wrestlers who can just be nice. And just be baby faces, But we're seeing that Kalani might be a little more deeper than just that. Then, not just doing it with Kalani, but maybe cheating with her. Lie, whatever she's going to do, maybe aggressive, like I said. So I think what was done was fine. It wasn't the best match, but it was fine.
I'm hoping that he's a heel, so I'm hoping that he's giving her some wisdom and giving her some ideas for her heel turn, helping her out with her heel turn when she eventually does go fully heel.
Who?
Carmelo Hayes.
Oh, yes, of course. I hope so too. Because I think she's already great.
Yeah.
She's very young and she can do so many amazing things in that ring.
Yep.
And there's only room to grow. There's only room to get better. So I'm very happy with it. I'm very, very happy with it, right?
Yeah.
And then we got to the main event, which was Axiom and Frazier versus OTM. Now, I am going to do a little side note here because we did get a backstage segment with DIY. They came to come and see, Fraxium. I think that's what they're called now.
Yeah.
And because they're like the best tag team. And so they wanted to see who they were. And so they were in the crowd. And then we also got a bit of Josh Briggs and his partner now. Very interesting. Josh Briggs went on his own because he didn't want to be in a tag team. And now he's back in a tag team. WWE does it all the time. But maybe, they're setting up for the next challengers, which I do appreciate. I will give this for the tag team division in NXT. They always have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a next challenger. They're not like lollygagging, wandering, not knowing. They're not props there. They actually defend their titles, and they have singles matches as well.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that. But what did you think of the main event?
Main event was banger. I loved that they got to actually, because I don't get to see OTM actually wrestle a lot. I feel like they haven't been able to, or haven't been wrestling on TV. So it was good to see them actually have a tag team title match and really do something. Like they were really actually showcasing themselves, like showing the power that they have against how small Fraxium are. They were showing that they have a power advantage. I loved every moment of it. I loved it a lot. And I love that DIY got to see firsthand, like basically who the next, I guess they're probably like next challengers, or they're going to have a match eventually, because you're not just going to be coming down here scoping for nothing. We're going to have a match between y'all. And I'm looking forward to that because I know that's going to be fire. I know they're going to tear the house down wherever that may be. They're going to tear the house down, but it was good to see. Yeah, it was good to see OTM actually showcasing herself in this match because we don't really get to see it.
Oh my God, it's like you took the words right out of my mouth, because we see a lot of Jada Parker.
Yeah.
I feel like she's been showcased very well, but OTM is either behind her or in backstage segments.
Yeah.
We haven't really gotten to see them in a long match.
Nope.
I never realized how big they were until I saw them next to Axiom and Frazier. I was like, oh my God. And then they were literally just powerhousing through them. And it was amazing. I love this main event. I actually thought it was a really good one. It was a good way to showcase both teams. Yeah. And I'm glad that we got to see them without Jada. Love Jada. Love her. But I think it was the right decision to have her stay in the back. Just for this match, because we've seen her so much. By the way, hi everybody. For a Jade fan, maybe one day, but I'm not there yet. I do love Miss Parker though. I do love Miss Parker. But I'm happy that they gave them the spotlight. Because, it was just the two tag teams going head on. No interferences, nothing crazy, nothing shady. Axiom, they were fresh, They didn't just one of them have a match and look like they were dying. No, it was a head-to-head match, and we got to really see a lot from OTM.
Both teams at their best, and that was great.
That was great. I mean, the way I love Axiom and Frazier, but the way Frazier went and took out Lucius on that table, beautiful. That
beautiful frog splash. Oh my gosh. I don't even think they got to show a replay of it the way they wanted to, like a slow-mo. I wanted to see it because I didn't get a good actual view of it. It was like an overhead view. We didn't really get a good glimpse of it. I wanted to get a good shot.
Because it was beautiful. It was perfection. It was perfection. And then you have Axiom with the golden ratio getting that pin in the end. And I feel like their storyline is, they fight, but they still can do it. You know what I mean? They didn't fight in this one. There was no disagreements. They weren't arguing in the back.
Yeah, I think that part is like over now, but it may not be. Maybe it might come back in another match in the future. But for tonight, they were on point because probably DIY was up there. So they're probably making sure that they were on point because they're looking down on them like, okay, we don't have no dagger. We don't have no, miscommunications. We don't argue with each other. We did before, but it was just because we were faking. We were faking the whole thing. So we're basically always on point. We're always on the same page. So I guess Fraxium wanted to show we're on the same page too. We're not going to have no miscommunications. We're going to show that we are just as good as y'all, and also just as much as on the same page as y'all are.
Yeah, I agree, but I also think it's because they couldn't overlook OTM.
Yeah.
Those are some big beefy men. And
Yeah.
if you came in that match arguing, when they're not arguing, they were together. Okay?
Family.
Like, I think it was Lucius again that he grabbed Frazier and threw him on Axiom. Like, there's no way that you can go in there not prepared and think you're gonna win this match.
No.
They really wanted those titles. They're hungry.
Hungry, aggressive, yeah. Straight up from the streets. Oh yeah.
Straight up. And so I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good main event. I do think that the right tag team won. I don't think OTM is there yet. Like I said, this is the first time that we actually have seen them being showcased in this length. So all I have to say is I'm glad we got to see it. They've also been putting in the work. Like we do review NXT, but sometimes I be forgetting this is a developmental brand.
Yeah.
And it's because they're very good. NXT is very good at having amazing matches, but it's also good at developing their talent.
They're literally the best show on television right now. Like between AEW, Raw, SmackDown, no show comes close to NXT.
I mean, I love me some NXT too, but I love the AEW Dynamite. They've been banger after banger, especially their first matches they've been having. Their openers have been great. Like they have opened this show very great. That's not saying nothing about NXT. I think NXT compared to Raw and SmackDown, they're the best show.
Yeah.
To me.
I feel the same way.
I mean, Raw be doing their own stuff sometimes. That don't make sense. SmackDown be doing that too. But NXT knows how to focus on all of their talent.
Shawn Michaels.
So I've been enjoying it. Now we are gonna get to the last segment. Oh, before I say that, I gotta give a shout out to Masha Slamovich.
Oh yeah, she was in the crowd. Yeah,
she was in the crowd. She's doing her thing in TNA. She's the women's the Knockouts champion there, and so I just gotta say she looks great. She looked great. It was nice to see her. I expected something from her. We don't just show people just to show people on the show. So I'm wondering if we're gonna see her again in some capacity, maybe to face Julia.
Yeah, they said she was. Or I think Big Joseph said that she was scoping out her next challenger. So I'm like, oh, she's scoping out her challenger. She want a challenger from NXT. Okay, cool. I'm fine with it because her and Jordynne Grace tore the house down with their match when she took her belt off of Jordynne Grace. I was like, wow, I didn't know who Masha Slamovich was until that match. And once I seen her, I'm like, yeah, she deserves this title. She deserves this belt. She did a great job. Her and Jordynne Grace tore the house down in an amazing match. So
I loved it.
Yeah, it's going to be cool to see her showing up in NXT if she does come back. It's going to be cool to see what she does in that ring with the talent pool of NXT.
I wonder if she's going to go against Roxanne. Because they showed her during that segment. And, they showed her also, with the North American women. Every time there was like a women's division.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm wondering if we're going to see her, because that would be, since Roxanne doesn't have a title, she can go and try to get the TNA Knockouts title. That could be her next thing. So many possibilities. So many. But I just wanted to shout her out because I think she's been, like you said, she's been doing a great job since she won that title. So I've been enjoying her run. She's a beast. Yeah. Now, let's go to the ending segment, which was very short. So it was Roxanne Perez. She's coming out. She came out to talk to the crowd after she lost her title. And, because she got a big head, it's all about her. She was like, this division's not going to survive without me, and then she got interrupted by Bayley. Now, before I give my opinion, because I got a lot of opinions, I want to know what you think.
I was not expecting Bayley at all. Like when they showed the car pulling up and somebody's, shoes popping out the car, I was like, I was not expecting Bayley. That was the last person on my mind. I was thinking of other people. I was thinking, like, people might think I'm I guess, wild for this, but I was thinking AJ Lee for some reason in my head. I was thinking AJ Lee. I
Oh
was
my
thinking,
God,
okay,
that would have been amazing.
yeah, I was like, okay, Roxy's about to leave NXT. She's about to go up onto the main roster. If they're going to do a farewell match for her, then this should be AJ Lee popping out that car. But no, it was Bayley, and I'm like, I don't know why you're down here because again, you have a title match on Friday. What are you doing on Raw and on NXT when you have a match against Tiffany Stratton? You're supposed to be focused on that, but then you're doing all these other excursions where we're going around to different places. Yeah, I don't understand why you're down here, but she was down there, and Roxy was basically telling her, like, you used to be my role model, just like CM Punk, just like Natalya. You used to be my role model, but now I don't listen to none of y'all. I don't care what any of y'all say. And I'm like, I still love her heel role. I love her so much as a heel. I think she should stay as a heel. As much as I love her as a face, her heel role gives her more range. And also she's in it more. She's in that heel role more. I love her as a heel. So it was good. Like you said, the segment got cut short with that brawl. She smacked her across, smacked Bayley in the face, and then they went to rumbling. But all after that, just dark. And I'm like, okay, well, what happened? Like, are they going to show? Are they going to put this on Twitter to where we can actually see later on what happened, or did they just cut it short right there? Like, I don't know. But if this is, I guess, Roxy's farewell match, is she going to be fighting Bayley at that next pay-per-view that they have, Vengeance Day or something like that? Then I'm fine with it. I've never seen Bayley and Roxy fight, so it's going to be cool to get that first time ever match. After that, she should definitely go up to the main roster. But yeah, I was cool with this segment, I guess.
I agree that I think Roxanne is better as a heel right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like her gimmick matches her stuff. She is the prodigy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as the prodigy, she's condescending. She thinks she has that title. That's who she is. And so I do feel like it gives her a lot more range. She had to work really hard on this character, you know, and I think that she's been like hitting it out of the park. Once she got comfortable, she's been doing amazing.
Yep.
I don't agree about blaming the fans. I don't know why we keep blaming the fans for everything. Girl, I didn't want you to lose your title. I wasn't happy Julia won, okay? I was upset because you deserved a better ending to your reign. Okay, I felt cheated. But moving along to this segment, I feel the same with you with Bayley. I was like, why are you here?
Listen, yeah.
I'm already tired of you on SmackDown, and that's your brand. Okay? I'm exhausted of you always going after the title. How many more shots are you going to get, girl? I get you were 4 horsewomen. You have lost every match that you have gone for that championship. Whether it was Nia, and now you're going to go against Tiffany, and you're going to lose again.
Yep.
You know, I'm not a lover of repetition. It makes things boring.
Yeah.
And so this is repetition. Just keeps repeating, girl. We need somebody new. And that's not to say, you know, that I don't, you know, her going to NXT, if she was going to go down there, should have been for something new like Roxanne. If we're going to get that, fine. But in my head, when I saw her, and I know Tiffany's going to have a match with her on Friday for that title, I said, what if Roxy is actually going to the main roster and she's going to SmackDown and she's the one who loses Bayley her match?
I've seen that happening too when she said that, you know, I have a match against Tiffany and then, you know, Roxy smacked her. I'm like, okay, yep. I see her interfering on Friday. Definitely, and costing her that match, yeah.
I see it too. And maybe have that, you know, Bayley versus Roxy match. Maybe we could do it next week. Or she can just go to the main roster. We could do it on the main roster so that Bayley can be busy. And we don't have to keep seeing her in the main event.
She's more than ready. More than ready to be up there.
I mean, she's absolutely right. She carried that division.
Yeah.
She carried that division for, 278 days?
Yep, until they got the new stars, the world-renowned stars that came over there, and now they're set for her to leave. So now I feel like Shawn Michaels is going to, you know, basically let her go to the main roster. I feel like she feels comfortable also leaving NXT to go to the main roster finally, because NXT is in good hands. Even though she won't say it's in good hands, it's in good hands.
It's in good hands, you know, and we still have that transitional period that's open.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how long it's been open for a while, but you know, whatever. Let her go up to Raw, not Raw. Let her go to SmackDown. Raw, no, thank you. But SmackDown can help you, girl.
Yeah.
SmackDown can look at how good they're treating Carmelo Hayes. I've been enjoying him in SmackDown, and I don't think it would have happened as great if he was on Raw.
No, because he wouldn't have had as much time on Raw. There's so many stars and actual big names on Raw that he would have got swallowed up. SmackDown, he gets a chance to shine because it's not that big of a roster. So yeah.
So I think, you know, Roxanne should be there. Now, I wanted to look up what other women were on SmackDown because we only see the same 5, right?
Yeah.
But Roxy would be a great addition. And I think put her in there. Put her going against Bayley. Bayley is friends with Naomi, and she's friends with not friends with Bianca, but you know, they're in agreeable terms. They're civil now. Have her going against the women. She doesn't have to go for the title. Let Tiffany deal with Nia and Candice LeRae, and then give her some.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to see Naomi versus Tiffany. I don't want to see Bianca versus Tiffany. Defend those tag titles versus other people. Okay, but I would love to see Roxanne do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I don't see Bayley winning against it. Tiffany just cashed it in. Like,
Yeah, she's not winning at all.
she's not. Her odds are 0% to me, unless Tiffany gets injured or something, which I don't see either, because she's amazing. Like, she's a very smooth wrestler. She's grown.
Yeah.
She has. But that's SmackDown. Now, the segment was short. I would love to know what happened too. Maybe they will post it on their socials so we can actually see it. Because like you said, all we saw was Roxanne smacking her and Bayley jumping on top of her to beat her up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was, when I saw the time, I was like, yo, why we always give Roxanne 10 minutes? We never give her more than 10 minutes every single time. I feel like the only thing maybe that was a little longer was CM Punk and her, but that was in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
But when she ends the show, it's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
7 minutes. 10 minutes. That's what happens when you cut it short.
Yep.
Now we're like, what happened? But like I said, besides that, I actually really enjoyed the show a lot. I think that we gained some traction with some of the feuds that we are already having.
Yep.
And we got some new feuds coming with Stephanie with Kerr and Fatal Influence. You know, we haven't really seen that feud that big. I didn't see Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley anywhere though. I will say that.
All I did, I think I've seen them during that little
when she was walking
backstage. Yeah, that's all you seen. That's all that you seen them then, but you ain't see them come out for Shotzi at all.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But you know, again, it was a lot that they put into this show. It's a lot that they put into 2 hours. So I understand why we didn't see them. I have faith in NXT that they will find something new for them to do. Yeah. They'll probably still be fighting Fatal Influence forever. You know, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane have a forever feud, which makes sense.
Yep.
But overall, great show.
Great show, definitely. Loved it.
Great show. Before we leave, I do want to let people know that I do have different social media platforms where I also talk about a lot of things about wrestling. And so Rudy Peace and Love is on TikTok for however long it will be. And Wrestling Peace and Love, that's the one that I have on YouTube. So if you want to follow me on those 2 channels, I talk about all things wrestling. Do you want to say something before we're done?
Yeah, like you said, before TikTok is gone, because I only got the TikTok. I talk wrestling on TikTok, and it's Talking Smack with Rolly. That's all you got to type in. You'll see me. You know, I got like 400 some followers. I'm still out. Like, I love that I'm growing, and I want to continue to grow. So please, and you know, engage with me. You know, tell me your opinions on wrestling, because I talk wrestling all the time. So yeah.
Thank you so much for everyone who came to watch the show. I really appreciate it. You know, we're just here to talk about wrestling because we love wrestling. All right. I hope everybody has a good night. Peace. See you later.